Hi, and welcome to At Home with Anita Rosner. People love pumpkin spice lattes. I'm on the fence, but I do like to give people what they want. So today we are making a pumpkin spice latte cake. Here's what you'll need to make your cake. 1 package of yellow cake mix, 2/3 of a cup of pumpkin, 1/2 a cup of buttermilk, 1/3 of a cup of vegetable oil, 4 large eggs, and a tablespoon of pumpkin spice. Now, this cake is not difficult to make, it's just a little time consuming, and there's one tricky part. So to give ourselves a break, that's why we're using the packaged cake mix, and trust me, when people bite into this cake, they won't even care that the cake mix came out of a box. Also, they won't know because we're not going to tell them. My oven is preheating at 350. So to begin, we're just going to put all of our ingredients in the bowl of a stand mixer. That's our buttermilk, our pumpkin, our eggs, oil, and our tablespoon of pumpkin spice. We're going to mix this at medium speed for 1 minute, scrape down the sides, beat it for 2 minutes more. First, we have to plug it in. That's ready. Now we're just going to pour this onto a sheet pan. Lined with parchment, obviously, and smooth it out. Make sure you get into the corners. Very important. And try to make as even a layer as you can. Now you'll know that this is done when it springs back to the touch. And I'm going to put it in the oven for 15 minutes and then check it. That looks pretty even. We'll give it a couple of taps to get any air bubbles out. And now let's pop it in the oven. I just took the cake out of the oven. And now, this is the tricky part. Here I have a clean, lint-free dish towel that we're going to put right on top. You got to be careful because this is super hot. And I'm putting a cutting board on top of that. We're going to flip it out. Or I'm going to flip out, one or the other. So far, so good. And we peel off the parchment. A little stuck to the paper, that's totally fine. This is where it gets a little hairy. We're going to roll it. That's pretty good. And now this has to cool for 30 minutes. We rolled that up just like we did last Christmas when we made the bâche de Noël. If you missed that video, I'll put it up in the corner. While the cake is cooling, we're going to move on to our filling. Now, the cake itself is not very sweet, so the sweetness of this is going to come from the filling. We're going to start with 8 ounces of softened cream cheese. Just put that in the bowl. And then over the top, I'm going to sift 1 cup of confectioner's sugar because we want this to be really smooth. Okay. And we are adding 1 tablespoon of vanilla and 1 tablespoon of espresso powder. And I have whole milk here that we're going to incorporate that a little bit later. And I can't tell you how much because we're going to eyeball it. The object of the game is to make the filling smooth and spreadable. So let's whip it up. And this time I remembered to plug it in. At this point, I'm going to just scrape down the sides. This is pretty spreadable, but I would like it just a tad thinner. So we're going to stream in some milk just to loosen it up a little bit. That is nice and smooth, silky smooth, and it's not too loose, so it won't drip out the sides of the cake. And as soon as the cake is done cooling, we'll fill it. 30 minutes are up, and it's time to assemble our cake. This is the tricky part. You want to be gentle. Looks good, cracked a little. Now we're going to add our filling. Actually, it cracked a lot. Wow, it's got a big crack in it. This whole thing, this whole video might end up in the garbage. We're not gonna do that. I'm a little concerned because it's got that big crack in it. But we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. All right. Oof, that's a big crack. She's falling apart. Oh no. Yeah. I can't even get it off the towel. Okay, these things do happen. So what do we do about it? Well, we're gonna act like we did it on purpose and just carry on. Oops. So we're gonna cover it with powdered sugar and some cinnamon. You know, in a way, I'm kind of glad this happened because when you are confronted with something like this, you can't throw in the towel. You have to think of a way to rectify the situation. And I have an idea. What I think I'm gonna do is transfer this to parchment paper and then reshape it, roll it up a little tighter, and put it in the freezer. Working. While the cake was firming up in the freezer, because I could not serve it like that, I whipped up another batch of the filling, but this time without the milk because I want it thicker. And I toasted some walnuts and ground them up. So now let's fix this calamity. It already looks better, way better. I'm just gonna cut off the edges to make it a little neater. Yeah. We're gonna put it on the serving plate. I mean, it looks 10 times better already. It's super yummy. Now we're gonna create magic. I mean, even the cracks are smaller because I tightened it up. Incredible. Because I could not possibly serve it the way it was looking. No. No. So let this be a lesson to you that no matter what happens, I mean, unless you burn something beyond recognition or drop it on the floor and step on it, you can fix it. Absolutely. Yeah, this looks good. I feel pretty smart right now. And no one will ever be the wiser. Crisis averted. They say the cover-up is always worse than the crime. Not today, baby. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Become a subscriber and leave a comment for me. I want to know what's going on with you. Join me again next time here at home with Anita Rosner. Thanks for watching.